KUCR NAMM 2019. We're here at the Electron booth as we are almost every year. And I'm speaking with Jake here, also known as Dataline. And we asked to interview someone. I didn't know we were going to interview you. And you actually are the most incredible demonstrator. I actually have heard you demonstrate things where the music you create is so transcendent, it doesn't really belong in demonstrating a product. It's so beautiful and sublime, and I actually think you're a really great artist, so I'm honored to speak to you.
Wow, I mean, that is big words. I'm humbled, I'm touched. Thank you very much for appreciating what I try to do.
I just want you to know that I recognize that and who you are. So you have a good long relationship with Electron, don't you?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, it started like just when Octatrack was coming alive. The conversation we had with Electron was coming like much better than much more intense than what we already talked. I think I made the contact in 2004 when I first bought a machine drum, and yeah, it was Daniel Hansen at the time that I was in touch with closely, and things moved on. And yeah, when the Octatrack came out, I did some demos on my own Dataline channel, and the guys picked up on this, and we had already had a pre-conversation. They wanted me to, do the demos for them. Worked out, we had a good relation, and eventually I moved to Sweden, worked with them. And now I moved to Berlin to set up the Berlin office in Germany for Electron. We're going to have a showroom, a studio environment where we're going to have events, product launches, and all that stuff. And news will be coming about this in this year.
Thank you. Like you, I started with the machine drum. I'm still using the machine drum. And you are the real master artist of the Octatrack. I wish I had your knowledge. I just bought a Mark II and am enjoying it. The instrument is so deep that it's truly a challenge to learn and master. But when you do, the expressiveness is amazing that you can achieve, and you really have done that. Is there a culture in the Electron company to develop this kind of instrument with this kind of flexibility and this kind of power?
Yeah, we do have that culture, we do have that vision, and we do strive for that. We really look forward to, how to push the boundaries and innovate and really put ourselves forward with our thinking and technology out there and do stuff that is not actually done before. This is what we actually kind of go for, and that's what we want to achieve. Like this is, with the Octatrack, with the Digitone, like bringing the FM synthesis in a way that he hasn't done before. Simplicity is the foremost. This is innovative, I think, in my opinion. And with the overbridge technology, we're pushing in the boundaries where it wasn't possible before. It is our philosophy is always to push the boundary and do stuff that is going to be new and sharp in the customers, in the user's eyes. This is the way that we would like to offer, and we always look at what we have done, and we always try to find ways to streamline it, make it better, and advance on the concept that we believe in. This is the thing that we like to follow.
I'm getting this sense from what you're saying that you have played a role in shaping some of these products. Is that true?
Yes, more or less, yes. Yeah, I am not directly involved, I would say. My job is very clear. I think it's promote the brand, make use of the machines, get in touch with all that stuff. But of course, as a very heavy user like I am a bit involved with the development regarding some aspects here and there. And it's always great fun to talk about ideas, which I never stop talking about. It's a bit too much. But yeah, I do my best to give my feedback to the developers. I am not a developer, far from it, but I do my best to give what I experience in the early stages of a product. I think that's the best way that I can actually give help to a developing team, develop an instrument. How I use it, what happened, what was good, what wasn't bad, and what we can do it to push the boundaries. This is the way I can contribute.
How large a company, how many people are involved in Electron?
We've been growing quite a bit in the last few years. We're around like approximately 50 to 60 people. It's quite hard to put the number on the finger on the number. As you know, we got like 3 offices, Los Angeles, Japan, and the Sweden HQ in Gothenburg. And now like I said, I moved to Berlin to open up the the German, the Berlin counterparts of this whole operation that we firmly believe in, and yeah, we want to really promote ourselves through Berlin. Yes.
The reason that I ask is I think it's quite remarkable that a company of that size competes and exceeds in other companies of much greater size.
Yeah, that is such a good point. I could talk on this hours. Octatrack was made like not by 50 or 60 people we have. This was a long time ago. I'm not going to really say how many people worked on it, but it was a much smaller team than what we had. And when you look at Octatrack, well, I mean, there isn't really anything like it still. It's nearly a 10-year anniversary for the Octatrack, and I'm so looking forward to that day. But it's very interesting that we still hasn't been pushed. And look at Machine Drum. That was the first proper electron machine. I wasn't involved in the company at the time, and when I saw it, I was blown away. And when I got it, I was blown away. Of course, there were some gripes that I learned to like it. That is with Electron Box, it's kind of a thing. You need to understand the workflow and respect it to get something rewarding back. But when you look at the Machine Drum, it's such an impressive piece of kit. It's 16 tracks of audio with sampling, real-time sampling, MIDI sequencing, numerous synth engines, and this was done in 2001 as a kind of a school project type of thing, a company that is just new. Yeah, I mean, what these guys can do in Sweden is very, very high standard and very, very high regarded in my eyes, yes.
Obviously, you know, I'm recently rediscovering the Machine Drum. I went from that to the Rhythm, and I thought, that's what intrigued me and kept me interested. And just in the last few weeks, I've been into the Machine Drum and think this is a wonderful device, and I'm so glad I didn't sell it.
Yeah. What happened? I had a very similar experience. I don't know if you were aware, Autechre released their Sysex files for the Machine Drum and Mono Machine from their live sets in 2008. So I was like, oh dear, I need to upload it. So I straight away tried it, and at that moment I was like, damn. So I've been missing out on this all the time, playing with the new machines or other machines. You know, it was a very nice reunion. It felt warm, kind, memory, and very sonically impressive. That you tend to forget these things. You know, I did. And when I go back to it, I was like, wow, this is special.
Well, we're walking down memory lane with the Electron product, the Machine Drum, but you have some new products that we'd like to learn about.
Yeah, I mean, like I was saying before, we always try to push forward. We always try to better ourselves in what we're doing. We need to be, it's very, very important in a creative environment, especially this niche synth market. So our latest creation is modal samples. Here, what we've done is we've kind of like streamlined the Electron workflow and put it into a smaller case, lightweight, it's under 1 kilogram, and it's going to be portable with the battery handle that will be plugged in. You're going to have some AA batteries in there, so you can make some beats on the go. What we've pushed in this is that if you look at the old Electron, well, not old, but the product line of Electron, there's always these menu buttons. You have filter, amp, it's menu-driven machines. Why? Because they're very deep. You cannot have tens or 50 encoders on a machine. It doesn't work that way. So therefore, we have to have menu buttons. But here, we have streamlined our workflow and understanding and our technology to fit into a box where it only has direct controls. The screen is like only used for like saving your project or maybe assigning a sample or a kit to the pads, to these tracks. You have 6 tracks. But we really push it, and we haven't cut corners in terms of our world-class, world-known Electron Sequencer. We have the usual Electron Sequencer with the trick conditions like a chance, and you could micro-time each of the steps. Each of the steps can have different automations of these parameters, and each of the tracks can have a different step length and a different scale, different tempo multiplier. This makes it a very advanced sequencer. And of course, the audio tracks can also spit out MIDI. So you have a 6-track audio / MIDI device. And to put the icing on the cake, we have put class compliant audio USB into the USB port. So now, when you're on the go, you could plug your USB into your phone, put in like an audio recorder application, and boom, you will be recording what you're making on the go. So this is what we really want to aim for, and this is available now. This is our latest creation.
What's the price point on it?
It's going to be around $440, $450, around that price.
So it's even less expensive than the Digitakt and Digitakt.
Yes, and this is quite a challenge for us to get the prices right. And yeah,
Is it still made in Sweden?
yes, this is assembled in Sweden. Yes. And what I really like about it is that it comes with a pack of stickers. I love stickers. God, they're the best thing ever. It comes with a very nice pack of stickers, so you can customize it to your own liking if you wish to do so. And yeah, that's Model Sample. It's a 6-track groovebox sample playback sequencer with velocity-sensitive pads and direct controls. And yeah, it's packed with all the Electron superpowers at a very reasonable cost.
I have to say, I almost am regretting seeing this because it's just another Electron product that I'm compelled to buy because I think that they really are really high quality works of art and technology combined really increase your capacity as an artist.
That's very nice to hear. Thank you very much for sharing your thoughts and feeling like this and supporting us. It means a lot to us as a team. We really value of how people are using, how they're seeing the brand, how they're interacting with the machines, and how they're making it. Coming here, seeing all these users and all the energy, it's something else. And we like to take that back home, get into the Swedish cave, and be creative and come up with more boxes.
What are the best-selling products that Electron has right now?
Of course, I cannot open up totally. What I can tell is Octatrack is a strong one.
Octatrack is still doing great. Okay, that's interesting. What about the Digitakt?
With Digitakt, I wish I could say more, but I can't. But we're very, very, very happy with it.
Yeah, I think they're wonderful products. So, anything else you've got to show us that's new here?
We also released the Overbridge 2.0. Maybe you can see.
Oh yeah, tell us. Let's walk over here.
Walk over here. No. Basically, what we got running here is. Oh, look at all these papers. Yeah, no, don't touch. Okay. Oh, well, yeah, we can. Yeah. So what we got running here is that we got the Digitakt and the heat running through the overhub, just with USB connection. With this, you can run these plugins. This is the Digitakt plugin. So if I change tracks, it responds to that. And this is the analog heat plugin. So if I change stuff, it responds to that. These plugins also handle the audio incoming and outgoing. So they work like an audio base. So if I go into the preferences of Ableton, I can see that there is no device attached to the input, and the output is our sound card. This is pretty groundbreaking technology. I must say I am very proud to be showing this technology because it gives multi-track audio capability to a machine that doesn't have individual audio outputs. So now I'm playing, and you can see like this is the main mix, and all these tracks are like the individual tracks, what is coming from the 8 tracks of Digitakt. And if I want it, the Digitakt audio is actually going through the analog heat here, so I can use the analog heat as like a analog analog processing device that lives in a digital audio workstation. And this is kind of groundbreaking. If you're trying to hear what I'm saying, is that you have an analog processing in a digital environment, and this is what we offer. It's like multi-track audio recording and a complete streamlined functionality between digital audio workstation world and the groove boxes.
I didn't realize that what you had said was possible, that you could use this to do analog processing through the overhub or the overbridge.
What you can also do, you can send like any audio from your DAW or a VSDI into this, and it comes back into the DAW, and you can process your audio and record it. And yeah, okay, I work for Electron, but honestly, if it's bad, I say it. And with analog heat has become like my favorite sound card ever. It's because why? I get to see the inputs. When I'm playing something into it, I can really see what kind of, if it's clipping, do I need to raise it more? And on top of all that, I have the clean boost. Whatever I record, maybe I don't want to change the character with the other characters because they're quite intense. But with clean boost, you give that natural analog boosting without changing the character of the sound. You get that extra warmth. This is it's truly groundbreaking for me.
Thanks a lot. Now I have to buy the analog heat as well. So,
I mean, yeah, we can always help you out with that. So.
okay, well, thank you. Thank you very much, Cenk from Elektron and also known as Dataline. Fantastic meeting you, and thank you so much for your work and for Elektron.
Thank you very much.
So the engineering and the coding is all done in-house? Fantastic.
This is all our own work.
Yeah.